Won't you come along with me?
Where are you fixing to go, Ella?
Why down the
Hi. Well, you can see there's a new round of fellowship adventures on the go today, which you've seen in your own city, I'm sure, because I've got all of these little buildings crushed in trying to make badges. Now, I'm not going to tell you all about fellowship adventures because we've done this before. So under this video, I'll give you a link to one of the other fellowship adventures where I gave a full overview. I want to keep this video short today. This is basically the same, more or less, format as the fellowship adventures that were done originally. So these quests over here on the side, they added another 3 and then they added another 3. Now we are back to the original 10. There is a 5-minute, 15, there's a 1 hour, there's a 3 hour, there's a 9 hour, and there's a 24 hour workshop run, and then there's these 3 hour, 9 hour, 1 day and 2 day runs on the tier 1 goods. As simple as that. All the other quests, no longer. So that's the one change. Let's have a look at the other changes. The adventures map is exactly the same as it's always been. The waypoints, quite interestingly, I'm going to show you. I've got an adventures note I'll show you, but in fact the configuration has changed quite a lot, and I think quite a lot easier. Obviously the prizes have changed. This is what is up for grabs now. One tiny little ancient knowledge instant, a slightly bigger one, and the good old faithful Orc's Nest, which will produce orcs if you are beyond chapter 8. I must say, we're going through a period where in fellowship adventures people tend to go, not another one. I would have thought, having produced what I think is a step backwards in the right direction, that they've simplified it, made it easier, therefore people can do it without feeling under stress. It's potentially a lot more fun than it used to be. I'm surprised they didn't give us better prizes than that. 8 knowledge points and a building that most of us don't use any longer. I mean, the Orc's Nest is great if you're in chapter 8 or 9 and you're short of orcs. But once you get to chapter 10 or 11, I've sold all of mine. I don't need them any longer because I built Heroes Forge, and that makes all my orcs for me. Just a quick look at the Fellowship Adventures ranking. It hasn't changed from the last one. The top 20 fellowships will get buildings, and I've got them in my notes, so I'm not going to show them to you in detail now. And then the top 100 fellowships will get some instance, and the top 100 fellowships will also get some increase of their global ranking points. Let's go and look at our adventures note, shall we? Right, here we are, Fellowship Adventures. Let's go through it very quickly, shall we? Alright, this is just background stuff. Read it in your own time, telling you how to make bookmarks. Over here is a link that you come back to this note. You just click on that there, and I will give that link down at the bottom of YouTube. This is the adventure screen, we all know that. The banner that you click on to go to the world map. The 2 extra icons that bring up these recurring offers. Here they are. There are, as I said, 6 different workshop adventure items and 4 different adventure items that come from the tier 1 goods. Notes, come read this in your own time. I'm putting tips in how to do things quicker. The adventure screen, we've looked at that already. Waypoints, come look in your own time. I'm just going to say it again, that not everybody has to make everything. So people who've got lots of space, like you saw in my city, I've finished elementals, so I built a lot of little buildings, but the fellowship can decide who's going to do what. The 3 stages. I don't have the advantage of having seen this event in Beta World because they didn't do it in Beta. They said in Beta we don't need to test this, we've done it already. So Beta is busy testing out the summer event, and so the live world gets the fellowship adventures without any preview. So until this morning we had no idea what they were going to do. We didn't even know that they were going to take the number of adventure items down from 16 or 13 back to the original 10. There they are, you see, the 6 and the 4. It's a much simpler format. I mean, you don't even need the long stuff for stage 1. We have no idea what stage 2 or 3 are going to be because we haven't got there yet. But you only need very, very basic stuff, so basically most fellowships can do the whole lot. You'll see over here I've said marble steel planks. This is to save space on the graphic. It's 70,000 marble, 70,000 steel, 70,000 planks, making a total of 210,000 on the yellow path. Now there's the first prize that I showed you already. I don't have number 2 and 3 yet, but as soon as I get them, I will plonk them here. You can just come back and look in your own time. Bottomless pit, well, we haven't got there yet, but I presume they've never changed it yet, so I doubt if they'll change it this time, because, you know, if they make changes, then they publish an announcement, and there's been no announcement this time. Therefore, we have to presume that there are no major changes, so the pit will probably be much the same. 3 different pits that recur over and over and over again, where you chuck in your leftover adventure items and grab a couple of points out of them. Just a reminder that if you change fellowship during a round of adventures, you're disqualified. So whatever you've gained in one fellowship, you will not keep, and when you join a new fellowship, you won't get what they've got either. So it's quite important that you stick around during the adventure. Use all your badges up because they don't carry over. At the end of this adventure, every item that you have will be reset and vanish, so make sure you use the whole lot now. Now, I said I'm going to do a short video, so I'm not going to even vaguely look at strategy and gameplay, but this is a long section, as you can see, and it's the collected stuff that we've got together from many in the past, so probably worth coming and having a look. Just the one thing that I want to mention to you, I haven't done it yet, but as soon as I'm finished with this video, you see it says they're under construction, I'm going to go and make a nice little spreadsheet with the names of all the items on it that you can use for your fellowship to plan who does what. So that link will also be the link you'll find here, and I'll also put it under the video once I've done it. Comments and suggestions, well, I'm going to put many more. These are just a couple of thoughts that came into my head while I was putting the note together. First of all, I think this is a step in the right direction. This is a nice, snappy, easy adventure. I like it. The problem of having to scroll through all the quests, well, obviously scrolling through 10 quests is a heck of a lot better than scrolling through 16. So that in itself is a great improvement. I just made a point here. I think the prizes are a bit wimpy, and that really it doesn't cost the design team anything to give away bigger prizes or more wonderful prizes, particularly at a time when people's interest in Fellowship Adventure has waned. And in our Facebook group, we're hearing many players saying, we don't want anything to do with Fellowship Adventures. We had far too many of them. Yucky poo. Our fellowship is not going to take part. Well, the only way they're going to get fellowships to come back to join the party is by giving good prizes. There will be many more comments and suggestions. Keep watching this space. Right, who are we? Platinum Leaf is the biggest independent Facebook group that does Elvenar. We've got a lot of very experienced players. We have discussions on different subjects going on every day, all the time, and we have this large collection of videos and several hundred InfoTips, which are nuggets of Elvenar information on levels ranging from beginner right through to advanced. They're all there for you. All you have to do is come and join us in Facebook. We look forward to seeing you there. Bye now.
Yes, sir, that's a fresh kind of a diversion. I'm forced to admit that they play so sweet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street.